few of them. And that's the Nigerian manager, Gernot Rohr, the Franco-German, who has begun to take Nigeria to new heights, as a matter of fact. And of course, Sunua Chizangba, who is the coach of the Zimbabwean national side. He has done extremely well. Recall that Zimbabwe qualified from a Group G that contains Congo, the two Congos actually, Congo and Congo Democratic Republic. Beating Congo Democratic Republic away, which is truly amazing, but that's to show you the strength of this Zimbabwean team. Congo DR have been doing well on the continent, and so have their foremost club. That's talking about TP Mazembe. But the Zimbabweans went there, the Warriors fought a Warriors battle, and they won by 2-1. It shows you that this side is no pushover at all. Center referee Ligalia Disa calling out and getting the players to be set for the kickoff. It's all going down here at the Stephen Keshi Stadium in Asaba, Delta State of Nigeria. The Nigerians playing from left to right in their new dazzling jerseys, the War to the World Cup, and the Zimbabweans in all yellow outfit. Oh, it's green lettering. It's the Zimbabweans that took the kickoff. Barely keeps the ball in. Divine Luka. Quite a spirited effort, and the curl, giving away the first free kick of the game.
Well, Mikel wants to prove to Nigerians that he is still that Mikel that we all know, because he has not played for Nigeria since after the World Cup, and everybody is saying he shouldn't have been included. Well, Mikel comes with so much quality, comes with so much experience. There's no way you can take out Mikel out of your team if you have such player in your team. And I believe that's why Mr. Gernot Rohr has always talked to Mikel, because Mikel has always given him what he has wanted.
Mikel, one of the most reliable of the Nigerian players over the years. A little clumsy there. Mikel, as usual in the midfield, wants to pull the strings. And well, perhaps for the national side, there seems to be, in this opening couple of minutes, he needs to plant his feet firmly on the ground and marshal his boys forward. As Victor pointed out, this is a game in which both sides want to be very careful. Nobody wants to miss out of the Nations Cup. And so you expect a cautious game, a gentle game, and at the end of the day, national pride is at stake quite all right. But I'm sure the players would rather go to the Nations Cup than win this game and get crocked in the process.
Absolutely, Bowie. Nobody wants to stop here. Haven't come this far, qualified your country for the Nations Cup, and then just one game to jetting out, and then you get injured. No player wants that, and you can't wish that for any player. They all want to be at the Afcon. That's exactly what the players are trying to do. Take it easy. You can see them playing as simple as they can. And again, the field is slippery, so if they are not extra careful, it can cause injury to anybody.
So, caution is the word. The Nigerian Football Supporters Club, quite vociferous, very loud with their drums and cymbals and trumpets and singing to boot. They've come to be recognized all over the world. They're trying to build them up. Alex Iwobi, the Arsenal man. Perhaps the only bright spark in the Arsenal side in their 4-1 loss to Chelsea in the Europa Cup final. They got the lone goal, the consolation goal for Arsenal in that game. Leon Balogun, Brighton and Hove Albion man. He was injured for long spells towards the end of last season. But he has since bounced back and is intending to cement a place to the Egypt Nations Cup. In goal for Nigeria is Kaizer Chiefs' Daniel Akpeyi. The 32-year-old has not really had a very busy spell in the national team. He has only 10 caps. That was an accidental charging down. Samuel Carlo. Sam Carlo, of course, plays for Bordeaux in the French Ligue 1. The intended target was just missed with the ball there. The intention was quite clear. Alex Iwobi going backwards with the ball for another build-up. Mikel there. Iwobi sweeping pass. And a great pass coming through. And Onwachu! Unbelievable! Paul Onwachu almost did it again for Nigeria. And that was a terrible, terrible miss. But his movement off the ball is something to be commended.
That's the build-up again. Fantastic movement. And then Samuel Carlo saw his runs and just put the ball. But you can't just blame him. It's his left foot. You know, if it was his right foot, yes, we know what Onuachu would have done. But it was a fine build-up from the Super Eagles, and then they got themselves into a scoring position. But unfortunately, he just couldn't get the direction that he wanted.
Well, we still remember the goal by the Anathosis from Augusta forward, who scored in just seconds in the friendly against Egypt, and that proved to be the winning goal of the game in another friendly that brought the two sides together earlier in the year. Goal for Zimbabwe, of course, is Edmore Sibanda. Plays for Witbank Spurs. Very experienced goalkeeper, perhaps not quite in the national team, but in football generally. At 33, he has represented his country just 13 times. The rain is lashing down here at the Stephen Keshi Stadium. But the game continues. This is where it becomes very tricky, because any bounce of the ball takes it far away, and that pass coming through again, it is the Zimbabweans looking quite spirited. Nimble-footed movement there. And Nigeria just fighting to contain them. Zimbabwe giving away a free kick in the process. Ogene Karetebo, Stoke City man, was the man that was appended there.
That fantastic move from the Zimbabwean team or Warriors was done by Billiat. Billiat has always been a fantastic player for them.
Kama Billiat, very experienced player. 28 years old, but he has 36 caps already for Zimbabwe, so you reckon he's been around the bend a couple of times.
But you know, most of these Zimbabwean players started, mostly all of them started from South Africa. I'm talking about Canan Billiat. He has played for Ajax Cape Town, he has played for for Sundowns, and now for Kaizer Chiefs. So he has had that experience, which we expect him to bring into this game. And he's beginning to show it by the first touches that he has just made.
You expect a lot more of that in the process of this game, and that's a good pass for the Zimbabweans to run in. An in-swing guy expected from there, and blasted just side netting. It's it's going to be a goal kick. There was no deflection into touch there. And the rains are really, really pouring down now in Asaba.
That was Knowledge Musona trying to play a fast one on the goalkeeper. You know, from that angle, you will always believe that he's going to make a cross to the dangerous area, but he decided to go to the near post. But luckily for Akpeyi, he was well covered, even though the ball wasn't on target.
Free kick, the Warriors of Zimbabwe. It would look like a mismatch in terms of the symbols of the two sides. The Eagles are in dead of prey quite all right. The Warriors would seem to suggest that they are capable of taking on anybody and coming out on top. Into touch. One half of the great wall from the Super Eagles missing in this starting lineup. And that's talking about William Trustekon, who usually held fort in the defense with Leon Balogun. Good touches from the Zimbabweans, really moving the ball around excellently well. And then they come again, looking threatening, but good defensive play. Solid work there. For Nigeria has been having, he had a fantastic season for Leganes. One of those players that started very young for the Nigerian team. He's just 25 and he already has 44 caps. So that tells you he has been around.
This season has been a very fantastic season for Mero. You know, at some point, everybody was saying he's done with the national team at a very young age. But he went to Legends and then he has proven himself again. That's why we will see him once again for the Super Eagles. And he's
good one for him. And he may well find himself back into Chelsea. But that's on watch for Nigeria. Mikel. And the great pass it is that is going to outrun everybody.
That was Samuel Carlo. He anticipated that Jamil was going to go for that pass. But when he turned with the ball, Jamil was like, okay, maybe the pass is no longer coming, and then slowed down. But after then, he then made the pass. But Jamil was way off the ball.
The Eagles and the Warriors not deterred by the harvest of rain, just sleeting down. Finding some Chukwueze actually going back to try and retrieve the ball, and that one runs away. Leon Balogun. His tall frame unmistakable there. Chukwueze, it's upended and the referee says get up. Great recovery. As Mikel tries to move forward now. He's so much loved in Nigeria here, and you can understand why. He has served his country faithfully for many, many years.
I think outside Kado Wankwo, Mikel is the favorite to Nigerian fans because they love him so much. You know, they've not seen him for a very long while, since after the World Cup, and today he's back. Everybody is really excited of him coming back into the team.
A little bit of confusion that was Kama Biliat being too muscular there, bringing down his man illegally. As it turns out, it really was hell for leather after Ogene Karetebo. Onwachu. All the good work done by Mikel, albeit inadvertently. Onwachu reacting first. He's not looking behind him. Otherwise, he probably would have been able to release that ball. Ola Aino. Torino man, and that was a good one. Samuel Chukwueze with the left footer. And that ball goes into touch, I suppose. Well, not quite. Kept it in. And that was vintage Chukwueze with his favored left foot.
That's it again. That's the first ball we're seeing on target, at least making the keeper to walk. You know, it's a good try, considering that the rain is pouring down and the pitch is slippery. Anything would have happened there. But the keeper was smart enough to have gone down fast before the ball went in.
The experience of Edmond Sibanda in goal for Zimbabwe coming to play there. We've gone past the first quarter of an hour in this game. It's still goalless between the Nigerian Super Eagles and the Zimbabwean Warriors. Balogun. Omeru. Ola Aino brought down again by that same man, Kama Biliat. Mikel. Good close control, Alex Iwobi. And it's a corner kick.
Another great chance by Iwobi. Onachi making fantastic run behind the defenders. Iwobi picked his spot, but it's just that the elevation wasn't right. If he had taken that ball a little bit up, that would have been a goal.
The ball given away, and it is a race for it. It's Biliat with the ball. He's very tricky. He sees space and sets the ball cross field. Headed away very strongly. Zimbabweans coming forward and looking dangerous. It's going to be a Zimbabwe throw. Tendai Darikwa, the man who plays for Nottingham Forest in the English Championship, with the throw. Using the Kings for Akwe. that was absolutely vital as a clearance. It was almost certainly a goal there. In the nick of time.
Another opportunity for Knowledge Musonda to have buried that one. Fantastic coverage from Jamil Collins. You know, that's why it's necessary for the fullbacks to always run behind their central defenders in situations like that. That was why he was able to save that situation.
Headed away easily. That was a close call for Nigeria, and Jamil Collins must retain the eternal gratitude of his teammates. There they come again, but this time Agbeyi must have told his men to lift the ball for him. And Nigeria on the counter now. Alex Iwobi, ball coming through. Let the Zimbabweans take the ball away again. They are really proving to be quite a handful for Nigeria. And now you can begin to understand how they were able to go to Congo Democratic Republic and cage the dreaded Congo DR national team. Nigeria still building up. Alex Iwobi very busy in the middle of the park in front there. Incredibly, that one just wasn't on target. Samuel Chukwueze.
Trying everything on target for him. He wants to be on the score sheet. The striker, you can't blame him for that. But he saw an opening, so he has to try a shot, which he actually did. It was just that he lacked direction.
Morsi Banda, captaining the side today. Agbeyi making it look very easy. Who campaigned for many years. For Chippa United in the Premier Soccer League in the South Africa, but only recently moved over to Kaizer Chiefs, which obviously was an upgrade. Woeful shooting. That certainly should make the goalkeeper work. That should make the goalkeeper work, but that's how good the Zimbabweans are. Just looked up and flashed the shots. Well, it just shows that Leon Balogun and co have got to be eagle-eyed in the defense there. Himself, of course, and Kenneth Omeru, who are the big men at the back for Nigeria. Alex Iwobi, referee says play on. That was an awful pass from Iwobi. The Eagles trading blames now. Was obviously looking for Samuel Carlo, but the ball was just a tight. Young Balogun giving away a free kick. Again, that man seems to have been very busy. Nyashi Mushekwi.
Nyashi Mushekwi, that's the import from China. You know, the coach believed so much in him, saying he's got physical presence, and then he scores any time for him. So probably that's why he started today's game, expecting him to do the job for him.
Well, the Zimbabweans are giving as much as they are taking in this game. Perhaps even edging it as far as the Eagles are concerned. Etebo holds on to that one and decides to keep the ball in play and keep possession with the Eagles. Mikel, Aina, Iwobi, Aina, Iwobi, the winner throw-in. Heading into touch. Good experience from Nyashi Mushekwi. He got that throw in off Iwobi. Zimbabweans playing a high pressing game, giving the Nigerians very little time on the ball. Their strategy must be that the best form of defense is attack. So they've been attacking again and again. Iwobi.
Let's not forget that they have a very, very experienced midfielder, Marvelous Nakamba, who plays for Club Brugge in the Belgian Pro League 1. You know, he has experience from the Europa Champions League. He has experience from the Europa League. You know, he's been there and he's the one covering the back four. So he's got so much experience, and that's why you can see it's very difficult for Nigerian Super Eagles to break the Warriors of Zimbabwe.
Nigeria coming on, that seems to be, well, it's a goal kick. You would have thought it took a deflection. The referee says no. So it's going to be a goal kick for Zimbabwe.
Well, someone was protesting that it was a goal kick, that it was a corner kick rather, but unfortunately we don't have VAR to sort that out for the referee. So they have to deal with what the referee has to offer.
And well, since no goal resulted from that, it's the referee's decision anyway. Balogun, the towering header. Zimbabweans coming forward again. Looking dangerous every time they come forward. That will have drawn even the fastest man. Surely, Knowledge Musona is one of the quick ones that is getting on in age. So you don't expect him to be quite as quick as he used to be, in spite of all his knowledge.
We can see the Zimbabweans, Knowledge and Billiat, they've switched wings. Billiat has gone to the right side while Knowledge has come to the left side. It tells you that they came with a plan. You know, they're trying to execute it the way best possible they can.
Well, don't forget, of course, we want to remind you that the Nations Cup upcoming in Egypt will have the added juicy prospect of your listening to your commentaries in English or Pidgin English. So Pidgin and English would be employed, and it's going to be a bonanza. And all matches will be live and in high definition, HD. So it's going to be right here on your World of Champions Super Sports. Omeru for Nigeria taps it forward. The Zimbabweans have had the better of the exchanges. Winning the throw-in there was Paul Onwachu. Plays for FC Midtjylland. Then it's expected that he might not be there for too long from now, because a lot of eyes are on him already. He's caught the eye, especially in his recent performances for Nigeria. And one of Nigeria's highest scorers, actually, in the past season in Europe. that's why they had to stop the game for him to be attended to. Samuel Chukwueze, interestingly, this young man was qualified to play for Nigeria in the World Youth Championship, the Under-20 World Cup, but he opted to play for Super Eagles when they said he couldn't feature in both tournaments. He opted to play in the Nations Cup, and that's where he is. So Nigeria is hoping that he'll be all right and be able to continue. Ola Aina, the Torino man, with a throw-in. On loan at Torino, of course, is a Chelsea player. Iwobi of Arsenal. Mikel of Middlesbrough. Tackle from behind, bringing down Leon Balogun. Zimbabweans tried all the tricks in the books and not in the books as well. Nyashi Mushekwi has been one of the busiest recently. And again, the Zimbabweans employing strong arm tactics in this game. The referee might just get fed up if they're not careful. Samuel Kalu keeping his cool. A pass from Iwobi. An elbow in the face. And that gave the Super Eagles a free kick. Free kick which the man who won it is going to execute for them, Sam Kalu. Plays for Bordeaux. One of the youngsters in the Nigerian national team today. He's 21. This is his 7th cap. He has a goal for Nigeria already.
Well, it's a good thing that we have a mixture of experience and young lads in the Super Eagles. And it's helping them.
Indeed it is. It ensures transition. It ensures steady progress for the team. Kenneth Omeru coming forward, and that's Chukwueze with the headband now. Oh, lovely move. Excellent there. Samuel Chukwueze, nimble. No other way to describe him. And that was a woeful Mikel, actually, that's Sam Kalu. And a rueful smile there. He knows he could have done better.
That was a fast step over. And then he tried to call the ball to the other side. The power was good, but the elevation was much.
We've gone past the first half hour of the game. It's 32 minutes gone. It's still goalless between Nigeria's Super Eagles and Zimbabwe's Warriors. Balogun. Mikel. Almost losing the battle, that experience. Well, Victor, you said it. You don't buy experience in the market. It comes. It comes with playing the game, and he did that marvelously. That is why the fans here are prepared to forgive him a lot, even for abandoning Nigeria at a point, as it appeared that he has said over and over again that he never abandoned Nigeria. That's why he came back. Chukwueze, again, dancing through the opponent's legs, and they bring him down from behind. I expect a yellow card here now, but I am not the referee, and the referee is not giving anything. Well, sometimes booking players is actually supposed to serve as a deterrent. You curb their enthusiasm somehow.
That's the tackle. He actually got the ball, but I think the referee had to take it back because of what really happened. because he's been fouled on, and that's it again. He made firm contact with the ball.
He got the ball, but he went through his man to get the ball. That's the truth. He went through him in that tackle before his foot touched the ball, and that's what the referee blew for. The free kick for Nigeria. The curl. And then the referee, the goalkeeper rather, Edmo Sibanda, arranging his wall, a three-man wall, but Onwachu missed that one. Leon Balogun couldn't keep the ball in. That sort of angered him.
Mr. Gadero, in his heart, he will be saying he wants a goal. But to be very honest, the Super Eagles of Nigeria has played very well today. Even today that it rained, they've been able to keep the ball on the floor, string passes together. And that's exactly what we want to see, what everybody wants to see them play in faraway Egypt.
And don't forget, look at the Nigerian bench and you will begin to understand that they have something in reserve. Kelechi Iheanacho is on the bench. Ahmed Musa is on the bench. John Ogu, Victor Osimhen, Moses Simon, William Troost Ekong, Shemiu Ajayi, and defense stalwart Chidozie Awaziem are all on the bench, including Henry Onyekuru.
The fans are actually agitating for the referee to start bringing out the cards, but the referee knows it's a friendly game. That's why he's telling them to take it easy.
Well, seemingly handball there, that the referee wasn't giving anything. I think the referee is intent on stamping it on this game, that it is a friendly game, and he can overlook quite a few things. Akpeyi, Onwachu, putting his height advantage to good use. Sibanda taking his time. The draw for them would be very good result. Losing his foot in there. Offside. But one could argue that Alex Iwobi is not quite playing with the creativity we have come to expect of him. That is perhaps one part of his game he's got to work on.
But we must also understand that it's a friendly game. He's also taking it easy. And if you see the way the Warriors are playing, you understand. So he needs to take it as calm as he is, because he too wants to be at the Afcon.
Well, he got a point there. Zimbabwe getting the ball forward. I would expect that ball didn't touch. Well, not quite. He's still in play. Ola Aino making sure he stopped his man there, right in his tracks. And again, the referee is not thinking about his cards, obviously. Great defending by Omeru, but Ogene Karetebo gave that ball away in a very dangerous area, and the Eagles could have been punished for it.
That's why the defenders are there. Sometimes if the midfielders make mistakes, they should be able to cover up. It's a team game.
Chukwueze again. He keeps it in. And it's a Nigerian throw. Olaino was running away. He thought it was going to go to Zimbabwe. But I think the Zimbabwe player put his foot between the legs of Olaino and tipped the ball into touch. Long throw in. The Eagles are claiming there was a handball inside the box there, calling for a penalty. That the referee is giving nothing of the sort. It's a corner kick to Nigeria.
This is where VAR would have been very, very, very needed, but unfortunately we don't have at the stadium here. It's a friendly game, so let's deal with what the referee has.
Swung in a beautiful one, and the header called for. It did not come. A table. That was Romero. Very bristling counter-attack from Zimbabwe, and looking dangerous, and the shot unleashed them, just flying across the face of goal. That was a classic counter-attack, ignited by the captain of the side and goalkeeper Edmo Sibanda.
That was a good try from Ovidi. It was just that he couldn't hit the target.